Hazbin Hotel Season 2 has officially blown fans' minds with a shocking twist that could change everything for Charlie Morningstar. The latest episode revealed a heartbreaking truth about her mother, Lilith, and it's one that could shatter Charlie emotionally. Vivziepop's hit animated series returned to Prime Video with a stronger emotional punch, darker storylines, and deeper character layers that expand both hell and heaven. The second season takes place just a month after the last extermination, and unlike the first, it lets viewers see both sides of the cosmic conflict. We finally get to explore heaven, and it's not as pure as everyone believed. There's political tension, moral hypocrisy, and power struggles brewing, but it's the truth about Lilith that hurts the most. The new season continues Serpentius' redemption arc, while also bringing focus to heaven's internal conflicts, mainly between Lut and Abel, the new leader of heaven's army. But amid all that divine drama, there's a much more personal and emotional revelation that hits closer to home for Charlie. Fans already knew Lilith was away and had been gone for 7 years, but Hazbin Hotel Season 2 finally reveals what she's been up to, and it's not what anyone expected. Instead of being on some grand mission or fulfilling a noble purpose, Lilith has been living comfortably in heaven, seemingly choosing not to contact her daughter despite knowing that Charlie is struggling deeply. This twist is both devastating and shocking, especially because Charlie has always spoken about her mother with admiration and pride, believing she was doing something great and important. In Episode 2, we see Lilith lounging peacefully, far from the chaos of hell. She checks her phone and is flooded with missed calls, unread texts, and voicemails from Charlie, all expressing her longing, pain, and confusion. But instead of replying or showing any concern, Lilith simply ignores them. This small moment reveals so much about her character, and it breaks our hearts for Charlie. Up until this point, fans assumed there might be a reason Lilith was out of touch, maybe something tragic or unavoidable, but this scene paints a much colder and sadder picture. Unless there's a later twist showing that Lilith is somehow restricted from contacting Charlie, her silence feels deliberate and cruel. It's especially heartbreaking because Lucifer, despite being flawed and distant, at least tries to show up for his daughter. Lilith, on the other hand, seems to have abandoned her completely. This revelation hits even harder when we remember how much Charlie's character is built around optimism and love. She's always been the hopeful one, the one who believes in redemption and second chances, even when everyone around her mocks her for it. But behind her cheerful smile, Charlie has always struggled with deep insecurities, especially when it comes to rejection and abandonment. Throughout the series, it's been clear that she seeks approval and validation from those she loves. Every time she feels ignored or dismissed, it cuts her deeply. Most of this comes from her complicated relationship with Lucifer, who often fails to express his love openly. And now, knowing that her mother has been alive, and deliberately ignoring her could destroy what's left of Charlie's emotional stability. Charlie's belief that her mother was a heroic figure has been her emotional safety net for years. It gave her comfort and meaning, something to hold on to while facing hell's cynicism and cruelty. Without that belief, she's left with nothing but the raw truth that her mother abandoned her willingly. This realization could break her, especially since she doesn't have a strong maternal figure to fall back on. While Lucifer's distance hurts, at least he's still around trying to repair things. But Lilith's absence, and now this revelation, could leave a lasting scar on Charlie's heart. The emotional fallout from this could be one of the most powerful storylines in Hazbin Hotel yet. Charlie is known for her idealism, but Season 2 might be setting her up for a darker emotional arc. As we've seen before, she internalizes rejection. Instead of getting angry, she blames herself. If she learns that her mother knew she was hurting and still chose silence, it could cause her to spiral emotionally. Her sense of hope and optimism might start to crack, leading her into an identity crisis. Fans are already theorizing that this truth could push her question everything she believes in, including her mission to redeem sinners. If even her mother, someone she idolized, could act with such cold indifference. What does that say about redemption and love? The contrast between Lilith and Lucifer's parenting styles adds another emotional layer to the story. Lucifer, though often detached and clueless, at least makes attempts to connect. His awkward efforts at fatherhood are clumsy but genuine. Lilith, on the other hand, seems perfectly capable of reaching out but chooses not to. This difference highlights a painful irony. The King of Hell tries harder to be there for Charlie than the Queen of Heaven ever did. It also adds complexity to Lilith's character, perhaps suggesting she's not as divine or noble as her status implies. Maybe she's just as flawed as everyone else in this world. Fans are already speculating that Lilith's silence could have bigger implications. There might be more going on behind the scenes, perhaps political pressure or a secret that ties heaven and hell together. Maybe she's being manipulated by higher powers or forced into silence for a reason. But until that's confirmed, it's hard not to see her behavior as heartless. For now, all we know is that Lilith knows Charlie is reaching out for help, and she's ignoring her. This moment also gives more emotional weight to Charlie's relationships with other characters like Vaggie and Alastair. With Vaggie, she's found emotional safety and genuine love, something she desperately needs. And while Alastair is far from a nurturing figure, he has filled a certain fatherly role in moments when Charlie's family failed her. As Season 2 unfolds, these relationships may become even more important. Charlie will need them more than ever once the truth about her mother comes out. The question is, how will she handle it? Will she break down completely, or will she channel her pain into strength? It's possible that this heartbreak could be the turning point that forces Charlie to mature emotionally. Hazbin Hotel has always balanced humor with heartbreak, and Season 2 seems to be taking that to a deeper, more emotional level. If Charlie learns the truth about Lilith's indifference, It might finally make her confront her own boundaries and expectations. Maybe she'll learn that she doesn't need her mother's approval to find peace. Or maybe it'll push her down a darker path, where her hope turns to resentment. Either way, this reveal ensures that Charlie's story will not be the same again. Lilith's decision to stay away isn't just about emotional neglect. It also raises big questions about what's really happening in heaven. Why is Lilith there in the first place? Is she working with the angels? Did she abandon hell intentionally? And if she did, what does that mean for Charlie's place in both worlds? Vivziepop has crafted this storyline carefully, and it's bound to lead to some dramatic confrontations later in the season. The pacing of Hazbin Hotel Season 2 feels tighter, the emotions hit harder, and the stakes feel higher than ever. Episode 2, in particular, stands out for blending world building with emotional storytelling. By showing heaven's politics, while simultaneously breaking Charlie's heart, it proves that this season isn't afraid to dive deep. And for fans, it's both exciting and painful to watch. The show's unique mix of dark humor, gorgeous animation, and emotional weight continues to keep audiences hooked. As we move forward in Season 2, fans should prepare for more emotional punches and shocking truths. Charlie's journey toward self-discovery is far from over, and this new revelation might just be the catalyst for her biggest transformation yet. Whether she grows stronger or shatters under the pain remains to be seen. But one thing's certain, the Lilith twist has changed everything.